Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I am so pumped up. I cannot wait to start using this new program we're starting using today. It's called Apex. Hopefully you heard about it in the last 72 hours from Calvert County Public Schools. Apex is an online learning environment that you guys, I think you're going to get a lot of benefit out of. But let me tell you what Apex stands for, first of all. Apex is an awesome program to educate PACs. It's an awesome program to educate PACs, and that's what we're going to be using to teach math to you guys for the rest of this school year. You might also be using it in some of your other classes as well. Now, there's a pretty long overview of what I expect out of you guys today, but there's a lot of explanation in here as well. So it's not a whole lot of work, just a lot of explanation. First of all, I'm going to go over some terms that you're going to see in Apex. There's something called a study in every unit, in every lesson, There's a study guide, there's a quiz, and a checkup. The study is the bulk of the lesson. That's what you're going to spend your time going through. The study is like a 20 or 25 page document that you kind of scroll through on your computer. You listen to it. You click through, you do some examples. It'll take you about a half an hour every time you do a study. And I'll just do one of those studies a week. Study guide, we're going to talk more about that in a few minutes, but that's generally an easy way to take notes as you're going through the lesson. I'm going to talk more about that in a minute. We're going to have a quiz on Wednesdays, and then a checkup is like a chance for you to do some practice problems if you want to do the practice problems. Now, specifically for our class, we're going to start in Unit 11, and you'll see that when you get into Schoology and you go and you navigate to Apex. You'll see once you get into our class, it'll say Unit 11, Trigonometry. And so you probably remember studying trigonometry in geometry class. That's when you did sine and cosine and tangent, SOHCAHTOA. You did that in geometry class. We're going to begin in right triangle trigonometry on Monday. And first thing you have to do is go through 11.1.1, which is called the study. And like I told you a minute ago, it's about 25 or so pages long, and there's a lot of examples in there, and it's really well presented. Now, I recommend using the audio feature and clicking the little speaker button every time you see that, because then it'll read the content to you as well as you. That's what I did. I had it read to me, and I read along. It was pretty smart. It helped. Also, there'll be some boxes, like text boxes you'll see, and inside the boxes, there'll be like little click buttons, and it's important that you click on those because there'll be an animation or maybe a step 2 or a step 3 of the particular content. It's important that you do every single one of those. Now, the study guide. The study guide. Like I said a minute ago, that's not required. It's optional, but I'm going to allow you guys, if you want to do the study guide, you can do that, start to finish, the whole study guide, instead of the quiz, if you want. The quiz is Wednesday, but if you do the study guide, start to finish, and submit that to me on Wednesday instead of the quiz, then you'll get credit for that assignment. It's totally up to you. Now, there's 3 ways you can do the study guide. 3 different ways you can do it. First, one way you can do it is click on the link in the study, and there'll be a PDF document, and you can print that out and write your answers on that. That's fine. Or you can keep the PDF document on the screen and write your answers on your own paper. That's fine. And the last way, I converted the PDF document to a Word document and put that in the folder for today. If you want, you can open up that Word document and type your answers right there, save it as a PDF, and then you can submit it to me just like you submitted everything so far. So 3 different ways you can do that. Now, when it comes to quiz time on Wednesday, here it is. You have to do one of these 2 things. You have to either get a 50% or better on the quiz Wednesday in order to get credit for the assignment, or you have to do the study guide. So if you do either of those 2 things, I'll give you credit for having completed that assignment. All right, and last thing I want to talk about is this thing called a checkup. The checkup is some practice problems. So in this unit, it's 11.1.2, some practice problems. And you can do those practice problems on your own paper, or you can print it out and write on the sheet. I don't care which way you do it. On Wednesday, I'm going to provide you with the solutions to those practice problems. That might help you get ready for the quiz. Either way, I'm never going to collect the checkup. That's going to be totally on you if you want to do that, to get some more work. Last thing I want to say is I have a discussion thread, a discussion prompt in this week, and it says, Mr. Wilding, I've got a question, or something like that. And that's where you put any question you might have about the content for this week. That's all I have to say. Hopefully you guys will be able to access Apex and do a good job learning this week about trigonometry. Miss you guys. Can't wait to see you again. Take care. Bye-bye.